Master Voice. This is the place where you can provide your honest opinion free from judgment. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Happy Saturday.
Yes. Early
Today
morning.
is,
November the 4th,
November the 4th,
2023.
I don't think it's too cold today.
No.
We needed this weather for Halloween, but we ain't gonna go there.
Yeah.
It was freezing after trying to trick or treat.
But did the kids have fun?
Kids is crazy. I don't think they get cold.
Not when it comes to candy and
Not
getting
when
goodies.
it comes to candy.
Having
They
fun.
like, you know what? I think I can endure. It's like, what?
Yeah. So what were your children for Halloween this year?
Dallas was a Minecraft, whoever
Oh, okay.
Alex is.
Mm-hmm.
It was cute though.
Oh, okay.
And then Dallin was the Popos.
Oh, okay.
And it was really cute. He had all his little props. He didn't want none of the props. All he wanted was the whistle.
Oh.
So we called him top flight security of the world.
Okay. Making the noise.
He wasn't gonna do nothing. He was just gonna blow his whistle. So he walked around the neighborhood blowing his whistle.
All right. Did they get lots of candy?
Actually, probably too much.
Yeah.
They kind of go a little.
Overboard sometimes with the candy.
You know, you kind of. I try not to say overboard because anything to do with kids, you try to. That's positive,
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
you kind of like just let them be kids instead of because they could be doing something they don't got no business. But
Right.
yeah, they gonna have everybody going to the dentist. What's gonna happen? They was giving out full candy bars. I'm like, when they start
Yes.
doing this stuff, give them the
Yes.
little bitty stuff. Why you giving out big? Y'all done went to Sam's is what y'all done did.
I don't know if they went to Sam's, but sometimes the bigger bars in bulk is cheaper than
Yeah,
the smaller.
little-
The minis, what they call it.
Well, yeah, it was. Then you have to hide the candy because.
Yeah.
Now Dallas is not a real big candy person.
Oh, okay.
Dallin, that's the Cookie Monster. You have to hide candy from him. He will sit there and just eat it and eat it.
Eat it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Well,
So how was your Halloween, or did you do anything, or grandkids do anything?
the grandkids were with their parents for Halloween, and they were out.
You didn't get to have no fun?
No, I was working on my.
They send you a picture of the
Project.
costume?
Yeah, well, I seen the costumes.
Okay.
I purchased the costumes.
Oh, well.
You know that.
How you purchase costumes? You didn't get to partake in the festivity.
Granny, I want this costume.
Mm,
And then the parent is,
mm.
oh, that costs too much.
They do, and they be so
Granny.
flimsy.
Granny, will you? So how do you say no as a grandmother? When it comes to Halloween costumes, you don't. You make it happen.
No, that's why I want to be a grandma.
Oh my, here we go.
Ooh, that phone don't work, child. I don't know what's wrong with that phone. You need to call your daddy.
It won't be phones. It'll be FaceTime you, and you can't ignore it.
Yes, you can. It's a button.
But it's fun. It was fun. And so they got the costume. My youngest was Tinkerbell.
Oh, okay.
My oldest granddaughter was some kind of green witch. It was really dressed up. And then my oldest grandson was the Grim Reaper.
Oh.
But he didn't want the hatchet or whatever it
You
is.
didn't want it?
No, he didn't want that.
Oh, well.
And then my youngest grandson was a Spider-Man.
Okay.
He's all about Spider-Man this
Yeah.
year. So,
But I was like, Bryson used to always be a ninja.
Oh, really?
Every year he was a ninja. Like,
that's
I even think, even though he's 16 now, I think as far as 14, I think he still like and was crying because we didn't give him a costume. It was so we were so bad parents. Because me and Dad was upstairs cracking up. We was turned around cracking up. He was really upset. We kept like, dude, you taller than us. They don't think you stealing bags. What are we doing here? So we put him on a like a flannel shirt. Like he was like Jason or one of them things, and just bought a mask. I'm like, you at an age where you
Well, if he's into it, he's into it, you know. Like you said, could be doing something.
That's true. That's why we
Different.
went and did the little flannel shirt. But it's like, you look like you.
Well, you'll know next year, right?
No, because this year, him and a bunch of things, they went around. I'm like, what you dressed as? They just walked around collecting candy. I'm like, well, at least y'all making the play. We just here for the candy.
I know my youngest came in, Miss Tinkerbell, ran through the door. Papa, I saw him. What did she say? I saw Uncle Mike Myers. I said, not your Uncle Mike. You mean Michael Myers?
Right. That was your uncle, honey.
And yeah, so she was excited she saw Michael Myers.
Tell her run the other way.
So wherever she went for Halloween, there were a lot of children there, and adults, and supposedly they had fun. And then the other set of grandchildren pretty much went in their neighborhood because they've got so many friends there.
They set up, like, most of the people set up their garages to where you
Almost like a trunk or treat type thing.
kind of, but like this one house over here. I love going over here because it's like a science fair.
Oh my gosh.
She has a theme each year. Like one day was one year's like aquarium,
Okay.
and she tells you about each fish and like,
Oh, that's
and then
nice.
she gives you. It's very creative. I'm like, is this lady a teacher or something? She's
That's
awesome.
what I was going to
Like,
ask. Is she in
awesome.
education?
Yeah, it's quite a few. But another lady, I want to give her a warning.
A warning.
You know, sweet young, lady, elderly. Yeah, you ring the doorbell, and she was like, "Come on in." No, ma'am. You gonna have to get somebody to sit with you when you do that. Somebody could hurt you.
Well,
This
that's
the
true.
night that people do stuff like
someone,
that. Yeah.
Someone could.
And
But
we
maybe
stood at
she
the
feels
door,
very comfortable.
And she was like, "No, come on in." And I'm like, "We ain't coming in your house."
Yeah.
And she was like, "Well," and she was struggling to get up, and I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I understood why, but I'm like, "No, you got to get somebody to come over here and help."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you got a grandchild or something that can come. You can't invite everybody in your
Or
house.
just sit buckets of.
Because they can scope it out and be like,
candy
okay, she can't get up that well, so I could be back. You got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so prayers out for her. She was
Right.
a very, very nice lady. Gave out huge candy bars, but
Oh, okay.
you can't invite everybody in your house, lady.
That's true. That is so true. And today is National Candy Day.
See,
Mm-hmm.
they should have intertwined that with Halloween.
Oh, I should have brought my purse in. I could have got some of your kids.
You have to go find it from Derek and hit it. Between Bryson and Dallin, good luck. But yeah, it is. Also, on November 4th, but this was back in 2008,
Okay.
Barack Obama was elected president.
On November 4th?
That's what it says.
Why I always think
2008.
It's November? Maybe I get the 2008 mixed up with November 8th.
Maybe, I don't know.
But
That's
yeah,
what it said.
that was
The
a
first
huge
African American to be elected president of the United States.
Huge.
Yay.
Still mad respect for President Barack Obama.
Yeah, I still think they did everything in their power to keep him from really, really getting things done, but
I think
he
it
wasn't for a whole bunch of,
baloney.
well, everybody get along type of stuff.
Yeah,
Not everybody
yeah.
against each other, so at least that.
Yeah, there was more unity, I feel, personally. When he
At least
was
attempted,
president. Yes,
instead of-
exactly.
Yeah, so.
And I think if he could have been president longer, if you could continue to elect a president over and over and over without a limit, I really believe he would have still been president today.
If that would happen, I don't think anyone, no, we wouldn't have made it.
You don't think so?
If that rule would apply, we would have never made it to him.
Oh, okay. I
You
see what you're saying.
No.
Yeah. Well, you're right. Yeah, I would really be feeling the sack.
We be in a little trouble here. we don't want that. We don't keep it like it is.
We wouldn't have our studio here, right?
we'd have a different kind of issue going on.
That's true. So true. So, we were talking last week, outside the studio about our true passions.
Oh yeah,
And, podcasting is, say it, cast your voice is one of them.
it's therapy.
It is. It is so relaxing. It's like, just get away from it all and just say it freely. Your opinion. It counts to us. You cast your voice. But we were speaking about true passions, and I think we were surprised that we kind of had the same true passion in talking about.
Very similar.
In talking about being involved with children more. I think because I'm at the age where I just want to do something that I really, really, really enjoy for the remaining time of my life here on this earth. That's just how I'm feeling. Like, I think I'm really part of the new normal now, even though that's kind of like... But the new normal for me it's like doing what I really, really would like to do, and that is to teach in some form or fashion. Not adults, because to me, when you're training adults, it's just like they're stuck. Some of them. It's like it's hard for them to change or receive new things, and children's minds are growing, and it's like, you can really instill some things into them, and they learn.
But
it's like they're great learners.
Can too. You just have to get them to a point where they're comfortable with the person that's teaching them. For
That's
one,
true.
and then two, you have to get them open. And it's hard for adults to be open because they don't want to be ridiculed or feel like they're stupid or dumb, And then two, sometimes it's mostly about respect, because sometimes it's a younger person that's trying to teach a more mature person something.
Correct.
And the come off is like, wait a minute, like, you don't have to, it's abrasive, like, if you go to teach or show your dad something, you don't want to be hollering or belittling or, I just showed you that yesterday. It's a way, it's tactful. You have to have a little more tact, even though you should have that with children also.
Exactly.
But
that's what I was going to say. You should be that way with children.
It's the adult, you got a chance of being swung on. Well, you got that on children's child too, though, so you might want to watch out these days.
Yeah.
But it's just, you got to get an adult to kind of open their mind. And the child, to me, their mind is already open to, more.
Yeah. Because I've done a lot of...
The world has kind of molded the adult's mind. And so far, the child hasn't had so many experiences of the world. So you might be able to get in there and make a difference.
I just think it's just one easier to, teach children than it is adults. And that's for me. Because,
what, let's say, what is your take on what's going on with Riverview High School?
When I didn't know they had a new superintendent. I'm not that involved in the school district as much as I was in my younger years, because my grandchildren are not in the district. I'm...
Thank God, because you laughing, girl, that's so mess.
Well, you only see it a certain, like the new...
in there.
Yeah, mine as well. And
it was a different thing.
Yeah. And like the news, I believe she's new, because I did meet the previous superintendent when my grandson was there in first grade. So, and he hasn't been, none of them been there since. But, not like the superintendent said, not all of Riverview Garden is bad, and it's not. There are some very intelligent students there, some very good teachers, and then you have some that are on the opposite side of the spectrum, which makes the district look extremely bad. Now, the one thing that I heard, and I hope I'm quoting the number correctly, if not, I apologize, but I thought they received like $400,000
For what, security?
not security, but to
Metal
change
detector?
the environment of the district. So I don't know how that's going to be used, but you know, the one thing I can say, all of this comes from home. And then the
Most.
kids go to school and they act out. And it's like, we know that students are going to act out because they do it on social media. They do it everywhere, not only in Riverview Garden. It's publicized for Riverview Garden. But my thing is, where are the parents? The parents need to become involved. And if not, then they need to be forced to become involved. You know, there needs to start to be penalties, charges, things like that, because you're shining a bad light in your own neighborhood, and it needs to stop. You know, because kids don't feel safe, teachers don't
I
feel
wouldn't go
safe,
there. I ain't gonna lie to you.
staff
I'd be like,
just
nah,
doesn't feel
Zoom.
safe.
Can I get a Zoom link?
Right.
I'm not coming there and
Yeah.
getting all my hair pulled out for
You
my
know,
own child.
and there's some very intelligent teachers and students, and it's a shame that their education has to suffer.
Yeah, then they
for
miss like a
those.
homecoming or some kind
Oh,
of
they had
dance or
canceled.
something
Oh, they canceled the homecoming.
from another fight.
Well, no, they said they didn't want any, you know, like interactions and things like that taking place, so they just canceled it.
Well, I thought because they put it out that okay, it was one fight where police and they had to break up a whole bunch of fights, so they canceled the festivities, and then now there's another fight that they publicized.
That's just one. I'm quite sure it's many. That's just one that they're showing, and that was in the classroom.
Well, okay, so my take is, I agree with most of what you said.
Mhm.
My only thing is, it's not all parents because
Right.
I personally know, and God rest her soul, she's passed on.
Mhm.
It was one of my cousins. Now, her mama was hands on.
Mhm.
Her mama sent her to Catholic school, private school. I went to public school.
Mhm.
But
Me as well.
But she went. She would wait for her mom to leave to go to work. Tell me, cuz bring me this certain outfit to school.
I never got that.
Wait,
I never understood.
so
why
she
girls
could
did
wear
that.
this. But this is my thing.
Mhm.
Even though her mama was there and doing everything, she still sought out ways to be what
It's-
she wanted to be. So you can't really say, oh, you know, some
Right.
parents are really trying.
That is so
you know,
true.
so it's kind of like you gotta. I don't know how they're gonna do it. God bless them, but the ones where the parent is trying, that's one thing. But the ones where you go there and be like, I don't know, y'all know how he is. I don't know where he be at. None. Okay, well
Yeah.
he needs to stay here with you, and
Right.
y'all figure this out, cause he's not gonna keep coming here
Right.
and tearing up our school
Right.
and putting us all on the news.
Mm-hmm.
Cause you won't give him a hug. Like, I don't know what y'all
agree.
got going on, but no, he can't come no more.
I agree.
Is there an alternative school here?
Yes, there are alternative schools in every school district, and I don't think they're. I don't know. You're just putting them in a different building for them to continue to do what they were doing in the other building, in the other place. It's like, I don't know how well they work because I'm not that familiar with them, but I do know that they are in every school district because they have to offer alternative if a student is not.
So you hate to give up on the kid, but it's like what do
I don't
you do?
know.
Like,
I have no. I think a lot of it is respect on both ends of the spectrum. You know, staff has to respect students. Students need to respect the staff because you do have, and I've been in a classroom where teachers are very rude. You know, they are. Some of them are just disrespectful, and it's like, why did you have to say that, or why did you have to say it in that way? You know, you have teachers that shout, talk very loud. Just, I don't know. It's like you have to treat others the way you want to be treated, and that needs to happen on both sides.
But like, where is that coming from?
What, that hatred?
No, it's like usually, I don't know. Even as a parent, you start off nice. You talk to your kid, hey, don't do that. Please stop doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't do that. Put that down. Then after a while, be like, hey, I done told you like 500,000 times.
Mm-hmm.
So where's the yelling coming from? Like, do you just walk in yelling, or are you like, we halfway in the semester and I've been telling you the same bunch of people every morning, come in and sit down and open your book, or come in and be ready to, you know, come in with your computer or your Chromebook ready to go or charged up, or, you know, what
I think
you still shouldn't yell because you're in a professional environment, but they're human too. At the same time, like, I'm tired of coming in here.
That's the
Nobody
problem.
got their stuff charged up. What are we gonna do? Just look at each other.
I think you have to, as a professional, and you are in the position of teaching someone something, you have to make it interesting, you know, and interactive. Because, and then you have to understand, not everyone is at the same level.
No,
so it is your job, to me, as the professional, to make sure that you reach the student one way or another.
Yeah.
Now, you know that there's going to be some problems, but then that's when the engagement needs to take place with the parents, grandparents, legal guardians, or whomever.
Mm-hmm.
But it's almost like case management. You know, we're going to come together, see what this child needs, and make it happen. But people, I'm hearing a lot of teachers don't have time to do that because of the number of students that they have. And then I remember a time when I was going to school, the teacher would stay behind and help you if you needed help. Now, I got to get to the grocery store. I need to go. Can you find somebody to help you with that? And it's just a different dynamics now, you know.
They are not
the teachers that we had years ago.
That, and then they're not well paid. So, and it shouldn't be about money, but let's be realistic. So I'm gonna get paid. I'm just taking a step. $40,000. I'm gonna get paid $40,000. Your child done cussed me out. I'm here early. I gotta spend my own money on most of the school supplies. And then I gotta be late to my own functions and things because I'm gonna stay after to try to help your child. That's to cuss me out. And no, I'm going to the store. You want me to send you a packet home? You gonna go over with them?
So where's the passion? Where's the passion for that child? I understand. You know, he or she's used foul language, and you're just kind of.
They got an after-school program.
Oh, they've cut a lot of those out.
See, bam.
Whoop. That's why I say it's different dynamics in the world, and I think it's having an impact on our schools.
It's having an impact, but it's like.
And teachers
so
say
much rest on the poor teacher that it's like, okay,
it is, and
pay me $2. I gotta stretch these $2.
Well, I'm gonna say this: they get a lot of days.
They need them. They all should be mental health days too.
And if you add up the salary with the number of days that they work,
you probably ask for some more days. Girl, look, I'll be like, can I conceal and carry in school?
Now I think that is a need, and I don't think it's necessarily conceal and carry, but I think there needs to be measures in the classroom where you can prepare to defend yourself and your students. I think they really do need to focus on that more because, you know,
that's sad.
It is sad because my husband.
How can you focus on learning?
I don't know. My poor husband called the
See, that's
grandkids'
why I wouldn't
school.
go. Send me a Zoom link. I can watch the class from home. I swear I pay
But-
attention, and I will email my homework.
No,
I'll be the
but
best little student you ever want to see.
I don't know
But
what
I'm
it
not
is.
coming in there to get whooped on.
Well, not only do you kind of face that type of situation at school, but in the workplace now, you have to be careful that nobody's going to come there and take your life or try to.
I work for a government. You ain't finna get up in there too quick.
Well, I work for a place you would think is better than the
They
government.
take you down.
It's 4 security guards going to meet you at the door. You going to come there with that badge.
Yeah, that's good.
You know, I don't know. But I was going to say, like, my husband called the school. He said, "You want to come visit my grandson for lunch and have lunch?"
Do you got a background check?
They cut him off. Well, you can pick up your grandson
Woo!
and take him to lunch and bring him back. But
For
we do
real?
not, no, we do not allow any outside visitors into our schools. None.
Here, I believe, I think you have to have a background check.
No, they will not allow any. None.
Yeah, you have to have it's a pretty thorough one too.
And my husband was so upset. He was like, "What if I just wanted to sit in the classroom to observe?" I said, "You can't." He just kept
That's
giving me
what
different
should
examples.
take place again also.
Yeah,
Because
I
usually
did that. Mhm.
if your kid is acting up and you just pop in on, oh, who mama's that? Who mama's that? That's your mama.
That's
You
right.
ain't cracking jokes no more.
That's right. You're gonna be on your best behavior.
Yeah.
Well, we think some of them will, but again, in today's environment, maybe they will act out more.
I think they will. I
Oh.
think they will. I think most kids usually, and we need to talk to like a psychologist or psychiatrist.
Mhm.
They tend to act better if their parent
Parent
is
is
around.
around.
Because I think that's something that's missing for some whatever
It is
reason.
missing. You know, you take prayer out of schools. You take parents out of schools. You know, they're not able to visit, observe. It's like, what do you think is gonna happen? Then you've got so many single parents, moms
I
or dads.
wonder why they wouldn't let him have lunch with.
No.
I mean, if they has information, his ID
No.
and everything,
You
it was
can-
only like 30
Nope.
minutes. Like,
Mm-mm. You can take them out, check them out, and check them back in, but no. Mm-mm. And I guess it's because you don't know if somebody's gonna come there with violence or what have you. I don't know, but
so what
It's
would
different.
make what you're trying to do, or how could it help the future people? Because I don't know how this would help what's going on now, because they've already, I don't know.
I was typing out my different ideas and putting it all down on paper, and I remember I used to go to a hairstylist who had what she called working women hours for your hair. And what that was, that she had appointments available starting at 4 a.m. until 9 a.m. And then appointments starting, I think it was 6 p.m. until 9 p.m.
No, that's awesome. But I don't know
Yeah.
about you.
Okay,
That
so
4 a.m. one, that's not me. Call me for the other shift.
yeah. So I started thinking, I'm like, as single parents and those that, have significant others, most people are at work, home, or if they go to a place to work, and the normal working hours is 9 to 5. I just think it would be nice if there was some type of option where school was available kind of like in the evening, where as a parent, then maybe it would change that. Yes, we would want the parents here to observe, maybe a light little dinner, then they start the school evening, and I don't know, I just think that would be
It'll
a
probably
good
never
option.
be school, but I can see some type of tutoring or
Something, yes.
something to reinforce what they learned at school,
Yeah.
that will actually be really, really good. And,
Yeah.
and most parents, sometimes you just need a break. Okay. So, you're going to have this after school.
Not necessarily after school, but, it would be nice to offer, as you were previously saying, sometime as a parent, you just need a break.
Yes.
And, a place where maybe 2 nights out of a week, you know, it could be, a dinner offered where you don't have to cook. Come in and have dinner, and then have staff available to help with homework, to reinforce things that took place in the classroom as far as learning, or either teaching something new, and the parent can be observant to understand what their child and student is learning or not learning in the classroom. And I think it's like bringing your environment, or the neighborhood, the community, back together in a positive but educational
Way.
type setting.
I think that is a very, very good idea.
Mm-hmm.
And it'd be worth pursuing.
Yes.
Because nowadays something has to give.
Mm-hmm.
God knows we can't give up on any of our children.
Right.
We getting on up there in age. We gotta have somebody look after us sooner or later here, and
That's true. That is so true.
they
And it'll be I think of it as an environment where they can come in, they can say it, they can learn it,
yeah
and just free of no biases,
yeah
and then you're offering something
judge
for them
free
to eat.
zones. Yeah.
Right, not snacks. I'm not talking about snacks. I'm talking about a good dinner.
You gonna feed me?
Because a lot of times you go to these places, we'll have some food for you, and it's really
Cheese and crackers.
or gummies. Who eating them things? Them gummy bear things. Y'all can keep this. The $10 that you pay for the big box, you can keep that. It's like chewing
She's not a fan of gummies,
plastic.
so.
But
I
yeah,
would just
so
like to say though, also to the young people that are in the Riverview School District,
yeah,
not sure what's going on. If you need to talk to someone, please reach out and talk to someone.
Yes.
Don't go to school and take it out on
Yeah.
everybody at the school.
because some of
If
your
someone
co-students
is
are
messing with you at the
right,
school,
right. Say it.
let someone know
Let
what's
somebody
going
know.
on.
Right.
But you have to make that a better environment, because what's going to happen is you're going to start getting assault records and things like that. And then when it comes time for you to hopefully graduate, get a job, you already got a record.
Yeah.
Don't set yourself up for failure. Just don't.
Yeah. And
They look for ways to eliminate you anyway. Don't eliminate yourself by going to a place that's trying to help you get an education so that you can better yourself to get a nice job or further your education.
right.
Go to college or go to
trade school. There's online
military,
certifications,
anything like that.
things like that. Mhm.
But you can't go and get an assault record. And then when it's time for you to apply for things, they do a background check and you got all these assault charges. It's not a good look, so
No,
just
it's
talk
not.
to someone.
Yeah.
If you feel
And I know
some
they
way,
have
reach out.
counselors, I think, at the school.
Yeah,
that they
but
can-
even if you don't
mhm.
feel comfortable at the school, just find some
right.
safe place. There's got to be
Right.
somebody. It's got to be. Just
Right.
reach out somewhere.
Right. So, those that are listening to the podcast, if they know of resources and want to comment in the comment section of the podcast, do that so people can know and students can know who they can contact, if they don't want to talk to a parent, or family member or school staff.
Yeah.
So, until next time,
May the Lord watch
between me and thee, while we're absent one from another. Say it.